Struts retracting. Let's get out of here. Aim point reached. Orbit stable. Drive spinning down. Systems green. Setting down, everything in the green.
Even without life, there is the potential for beauty. And your scan shows... I shall stand guard while you focus.
Hello, Captain. happy to listen.
Liftoff looks good. All systems nominal. Retro's firing. Orbit stabilized.
Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Touching down.
I went through a brief period where I thought it might be exciting to be a professional Ashta hunter. A very, very brief period.
the city's really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
I have art. Welcome to the Co-Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well. That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late. Most in the collective aren't overly fond of MAST or the UC in general. I tend to share that sentiment. Lost a cousin in the colony war, you know. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized, nor particularly inclined, to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage. Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history. I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question. A disaster befalling New Atlantis? Hard to get upset about that. I guess I don't want to impede anything important. Handing over that branch is starting to look pretty good. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please return it in one piece. I can't believe I gave you that branch. Just bring it back in one piece. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Cove family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here. Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests. Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. If you ever want to learn more history, please visit.
Perhaps an extra long rest after dealing with this gravity.
Kind of weird reaching out to them instead of the other way around, isn't it? Pretty convinced.
Roach?
I know, I trust you, but the record streak. I'm only one away. Again.
Roach!
Know what happened the last time I was paired up? I don't want it.
Roach!
This new one to... What?
Our new potential recruit. He's standing
Right here. Yeah, I said I know. I'm aware of his presence, have been since he walked in the door. I said what I said. I stand by it. And rookie, don't you dare let me down.
Let
Got
us
a lot
talk.
to prove around here.
The hunt continues. I hope you fare well. You're prompt. Good trait for a tracker. Anyhow, we can talk about punctuality or we can get down to business. I am Agent Number 1, or No One, if you prefer. It seems you've decided to entertain our offer. Good. A drop of enthusiasm can create an ocean of success. Remember that. However, it is not as simple as accepting and taking an oath. You must be tested in the field and face a true challenge before taking up the mantle of tracker. Do you have any questions before we proceed? Why not you? I know of your accomplishments. bravery on Vectera, fighting off the Crimson Fleet, made the news. In Aquila City, you brought merciless justice upon hostage takers. I could say more, but trust that you would not be here if I did not believe you worthy. The mission boards are merely a tool we use to expand our reach to freelancers who either do not have the capabilities or the desire to work with the Trackers Alliance in a more official capacity. To put it simply, those bounties are trifles compared to what official trackers deal with. They're lower risk, lower reward. Excellent. Before we accept you as an official tracker, you'll need to demonstrate competency in the field. To that end, I would like you to first accept the available bounty on the wanted display on the nearby wall, then report back to me.
Well, if it isn't the rookie.
Good. You have your mission. Once you are a tracker, you may not get a briefing like this for your missions. You'll be expected to handle them by yourself. Excellent. I knew you could. The target for this mission is admittedly one of our toughest. Not because of how dangerous he is, but because of how often he has evaded us in the past. His name is Hannibal Eutropio. He's wanted for 94 counts of spaceship grand theft. We have reason to believe he runs a chop shop somewhere out in the fringes, but we do not know where. Luckily, we have intel that one of his associates, Adrastos Dakota, is currently here in Aquila City. For your first mission, you were assigned a partner, Roach. He will have more information. Speak with him. Hannibal's crew steals spaceships and brings them someplace where they can illegally strip them for parts, or make the ships completely untraceable. Then he modifies them and resells them, or their parts, for a tidy profit. Hence the name Chop Shop. Your enthusiasm is noted. I wish you the best of luck. Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
Hey, so, about earlier, when you first arrived.
You've been doing this a while, huh? The whole tracker thing, I mean.
You could say that.
And Roach hasn't been doing it nearly as long, right? But he keeps going on about almost beating some crazy record streak or something. But like, how's that possible when you've been doing this for way longer than he has? Why don't you have the record?
Well, even if I did care about such things, which I don't, I simply take my time. While Roach is out there chasing down easier targets to pad his record, I took the bounties that required me to do months of investigative work.
Okay. Just be careful and listen to me. I'm serious about beating this record. I don't want anyone blowing it for me.
Tank,
It's not personal.
you may need to slow down and listen. That isn't what I said. Roach is very good at what he does. He just takes a different approach.
Okay, but between you and me, it still sounds like you're the better tracker.
I was doing great until I volunteered to partner up with a rookie like you. They ran in, guns blazing, got shot up, and we had to evac, which let our mark get away. Couldn't save him either, so a waste all around. But now, I'm being voluntold that I need to partner up with you, for reasons I don't want to get into right now. So, Best not disappoint me. Good. Glad we had this talk. Now let's get down to business. This Adrastos guy is our ticket to finding Hannibal. We find him, bring him in, and get the information out of him. Any questions? If I had, he'd already be dead or behind bars. I know he's slipped away from all the other trackers who've gone after him, but my plan will let us finally get the drop on this slippery chasm bass. Don't worry about that. They always talk. Eventually. We'll make sure of that. Great. Adrastos was last sighted in town, so we're going to go out there and you'll use your scanner to find him. Once we do, we'll convince him to chat with us. By force, if need be. If you don't have any more questions, let's hit the road. Ah, so you want to learn from the best. Well, let me tell you, all that matters in this line of work is that you get the job done. Sometimes that means skirting the law. It's usually on our side anyway. Alive or dead means you've got a choice. Don't get too hung up on it. Always go with whatever guarantees success. No sense bringing morality into it. These people are wanted criminals on the run from justice. Last thing, competition is a strong motivator. That's how I got where I am today. Funny you ask. Until recently, no one even knew what he looked like. Despite his many crimes, he's managed to keep an exceptionally low profile. As you can imagine, it's hard to find someone when you don't know their face and can't find their base of operations. This is compounded by the fact that he never leaves a trace, and we never know when or where he'll strike next. The fact that we got info linking Adrastos to him is a damn miracle. Easy. I assume you've used your scanner to find resources? Well, it's like that. Except you'll be scanning people for active bounties. I'll even make it easy for you this time and let you know when I see him. But when you're on your own, no one will be there to hold your hand. Normally, you'd either kill your target or disable and arrest him. At that point, you'd put a tracking beacon on him and someone would be called in to take him away. But we're bringing this guy with us for this mission. It's the hope. He's our only lead at the moment. Now, if the question is, do I trust him? That's a different story. But again, we do what we can with the information we have. Don't get yourself killed out there. Okay, Adrastos is likely wandering the streets around here somewhere. Open up your scanner and look for anyone with a bounty. We may need to check other areas of the city. It's bound to be.